Hey there guys, Tori here, the Geelong-Flipper, your mate, Uncle Flip. I am a full-time eBay reseller. I am an author with 11 books on Amazon, and we're going to go straight to the intro because there's something important. I think we need to have a bit of a conversation, and that's not like some sort of stupid lead into some clickbait BS. I think we need to have a pretty serious conversation. So all the other normal stuff's going to be there, picking, packing, me getting a coffee, you know, boring you. But I'm going to have a bit of a chat to you about something that's been on my mind, all right? Tori here.
Your Uncle Flip.
Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate, Tori.
It's Geelong-Flipper here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori.
Tori here.
I'm Tori.
Tori here.
Tori here, the
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? All right, legends, how you doing? I hope that everyone is super well. And we're going to have that conversation. Not that one. Your parents should have done that one. And if you're too young to know what that conversation is, please unsubscribe and leave immediately. We're going to talk about you. And I'm just going to navigate my way out of the car park that I'm in. Bear with me, guys. Might even crop this bit out because it's pretty unnecessary. I just hit record as soon as I start driving. But yeah, this thing has been nagging at me. Nagging and nagging at me. All right, guys, we're on the road. On the road, I am talking directly to you. I briefly even made eye contact then, even though I'm looking past you at the traffic as well. You rock. All right, and now I'm putting it out there. You freaking rock. You get up every day, you go to work, you do your thing, you handle yourself with integrity and honesty, and sometimes it may feel to you as though you're getting nowhere. Sometimes it may feel as though your poor sales are a reflection of you as a person. I'm going to be so blunt. It doesn't have anything to do with you as a person. All right? So if you get up and you haven't got sales and you feel down, I know that feeling, but it isn't about you as the person. So I'm seeing a bit of negativity and people being upset, and rightfully so, because it can be quite scary. It can be quite scary. But everyone just braked unexpectedly. Then I nearly went up the backside of a car. So if you see panic, that's why I felt panic. But I'm seeing, yeah, a lot of my sales suck. You know, I suck. No, please don't do that. Don't say it. Don't think it. Because that has no bearing on you as a human being. And I think it's something that we need to be investigating a little bit more is in this reseller lifestyle, it takes up a lot of your time. For people who are doing it as a side hustle, I really hope it's a good bit of fun. But for those of us whose income it's time consuming. Add to that the pressures of like maybe raising children or going through relationship breakups or starting new, amazing, exciting relationships. There's still issues there that we all have to deal with. But what a online e-commerce site does with your products has no bearing on you as a human being. I just wanted to start off that with a bit of positivity. I know it doesn't sound like it, but you guys freaking rock. It is, it's no small feat to do what we do. It's regardless of the frequency or whatever, it's no small feat. It's not it's one of those things people go, oh, it's an easy job. No, it's not. It's not an easy job. It can be a fun job, but there's no part of it that's easy. You know, no part of it. So I just want you to be aware that, you guys are the stars here, right? And every day I look at your comments, and, you know, when I wake up, I look at the Facebook, I look at the YouTube comments, and I just want you to know you are bloody wonderful. You're incredible. And I know it sounds like one of those trite things, but I know who my viewers are. The people who comment and say I'm not doing so good. I know who you are. And you need to knock that off. And for those of you who are being silent but feeling down, reach out to people and chat to them. We all have those problems. I mean, yeah, you see me complain about it on YouTube, but everyone else is doing it. You know, everyone has difficulty sometimes. It's like the other day, I was like looking at my sales for the day, and for once they were the good sales, and all I thought to myself was, I was hearing from other people, my sales suck, I suck. And I had a ripper of a day, like I did $600. But then there were plenty of other days there where I'd say to you guys, I made $48 today. I made nothing today. And you guys were like, thank God that's not me. I'm doing okay this week. So it is swings and roundabouts. Everything comes back. It is everything to do with the work that you're putting in, the quality of your listing, the quality of your photographs, your price point. So here's my task for you today, if you don't mind me setting tasks, and I promise to do the same. I'm not even asking a big ask. I am going to ask you to start off with selecting 5 of your most crappy listings, and you will know they're crap. No one can pretend that their listings are great. With, you know, when you know they're in your heart, you put a rubbish listing up, whether it's a bad listing, poor photography, or you just couldn't be bothered putting in the item specifics. Do me a favor, pick 5 of them and fix them. Put the item specifics in. Try to pick a good returning item that is getting looks but no one's buying. Tackle that. Change the price point a little bit. I want you to fiddle with 5 listings that are old and not performing, and then I do want you to report back to me that you did it, please. I don't even care, and don't lie. Like, don't come. I want you to come back to the comments after you did it and say, I've done it, Uncle Flip. All right? So come back on the comments once you've fixed 5 of your crappy listings, and I promise to do the same too. I will go into 5 of my listings. I'll check them, see why they're not moving, what's going on. I will tinker with 5, right? Now, 5 is an achievable number, and that's why we use achievable numbers when we're starting new patterns of behavior. Because there's no point me saying, I want you to go in and I want you to do 50 listings and fix them. It's too overwhelming. But I'm going to ask you for 5. And then, if you've got a decent sized store, I'm going to ask you to do another 5 the next day, and so on and so forth. And then when you get to the end of the week, I do want you to have a bit of a look, see where you're at, and if you feel comfortable, I'd really love for you to do 6. Please? Because you guys rock. Your sales are not any sort of reflection on you as a human being, all right? We all go through horrible things. Hey, you know, two divorces, you know, strained relationships with people I should be close to, heart attack, being morbidly obese and having surgery for it, just general everyday heartache, heart attack. You're giving me a heart attack. But I want you to see all past all that, because you've got a family here, and that's not another just a throwaway BS thing. You do. Get on the Facebook group, message me, write in the comments. But what I want you to do is do that 5 crappy listing challenge, even if it means pulling those items back out and re-photographing them with the knowledge that you now have. Don't forget, one of the good takeaways from the Retail Fest shenaniganeries the other day, because now you guys will be, I'm talking to you from 2 days in the past. Well, channel members will get it pretty soon. But for everyone else, it's going to be 2 days in the past. Still valid, still relevant. Make sure your photos are against a plain white background. Do not put watermarks on them. Don't put measurements. Put all of that as the information of your posting. That way Google will grab your listings because they're good photos and promote them outside of Facebook. So I just want you to do the five crappy listing challenge for me. And I bet you as you're doing it, if you really do it, like I said, don't just say, did it, Uncle Flip. Really do it, then come back. I will tell you right now, you will feel a sense of accomplishment. And the reason why you will is because you set yourself a goal and you did it. You made yourself a promise and you did it. You were true to yourself. Don't worry about being true to me. Be true to yourself. And you'll be so proud of yourself that not only did you list some items fresh, that you went back and you fixed some things that needed attending to. And that's no small task. No small task at all. Going back, looking at prior mistakes, admitting that they were mistakes, and then putting into place something that will correct them and fix them. You are not your eBay sales, but in a small part you are your listings. And it may have been like, for me, I may have been depressed that day, and I knew I had to get stuff up, but I just couldn't handle doing the listing properly. I just went through the pace and went, oh well, I've done that. You know, you may have that feeling in your head and your heart, and you don't even have to tell me that. It is difficult sometimes doing what we do, and the pressures of the world and all the crap that's going on and all the uncertainty caused by politics in a country that may not be yours. It's disconcerting. So just be proud of yourself. Do that the 5 challenge for me, and I betcha you'll feel super accomplished and super proud. And I do want to know about your wins. So let's start with something small. Let's start with 5, all right? And I'm just going to grab my food. Give me a second. Okay, so here's another thing that I want you to consider as part of your eBay self-care routine. I want you to, as you're listing today, I want you to, depending on how many you're listing, if you're listing 10, I want you to set aside an 11th and pop it in your draft bank. If you don't know what that is, instead of hitting list it, go save for later. Still do it all, the listing properly, but save for later. And the reason behind that is because it's going to provide you with stress relief. If something goes wrong or something is unexpected, you're going to start to bank toward your future of your sales, all right? So I want you to start doing that as well. And they are the only bits of homework I'm going to give you. If you list more than 10 items a day, maybe, one of every 10th is saved into the draft bank. All right. The draft bank stays active for 75 days. So, of course, as time moves on, you can start using the ones at the bottom. All right. So they are my asks of you as your friend. Do those. And if you can't do them for yourself, for whatever, because sometimes people can't. So sometimes people cannot do something for themselves, even if it's positive. So please do it for me. All right. If you need that encouragement, please do it for me. I really, really want you to enjoy what you're doing. You see me stress out about it. I'm not going to pretend that isn't stressful. There are some times that my autism kicks in, or I'm worried about something's not quite right, and I screw up. We are all going to. Even hopefully I'm your favorite YouTube channel, but even if I'm not, pick your favorite YouTube channel. They screw up. They may not tell you, but they're all screwing up. We're humans. It's not like we're, in the Amazon, not the forest, but the Amazon factory picking orders, because they screw up too, heaps. There's a car park at the thrift shop. We know the rules. I have to drive right in and see if there's close companions for me. Ooh. Or a Care Bear. I guess I want the money from the cause companions, but I'll find a Care Bear. Care Bear. All right, guys, I'm just going to quickly check in. There was a car park. You know the rules. I've got to do it. Be back. All right, nothing in there. Not like full stop. There was stuff in there. They had a heap of Lego too, which I was low-key excited about. But unfortunately, the price on it... Hang on. The price on it was actually, it was a big tub for about 50 bucks. But for me, just wanting to buy it and resell it quickly as a bulk, not worth it. But for whoever buys it for fun, or if you've got a Lego store called a Bricklink store, you'll do okay if you get that one. It's at Vinnie's Grovedale. Tell them their favourite uncle sent you. Yeah. Right, let's go to the offsite. Okay, so I just pulled out of the second op. I'd stopped the camera just to take you guys straight to the offsite, but there was a car park, so I stopped. Glad I did. Picked up a Sony Dream Machine clock radio that I have not seen before for $3. Typically I get about $35 for those. And I also found another Lala Loopsy doll, and that was $4. I haven't seen this one before. I should have shown you. I will if I remember, because you know that's how memory works. Met this nice lady with her kid in the shop, and she was a reseller too, and it's like knows like. So we had a quick chat out the front. Didn't catch your name, but you mentioned that you were keen on doing YouTube. You should definitely, or otherwise just have a very active Instagram account. So it was nice chatting to you, and I wish you all the best in your journey. It was funny, I was asking for Care Bears at the counter, and the lady's ears pricked up, and she's like, if there's Care Bears, I would have already got them. I was like, yeah, I know, because they're bloody cool. And then, you know, we just started chatting about bears and eBay and YouTube. It's always good. There is enough room for everyone. I keep saying it, there is enough room for everyone, and that's why I like being an everything seller. It's like, it's almost, of course there's stuff I don't want to look at, but I can. I'm not niched down to the point, you know, oh, I can't look at that because it doesn't hit whatever. No, I can look at that because everything I normally like to sell is gone, and I need to make money. So that's why I like being an everything seller, guys. We are pulling up to the offsite now. Just gonna fang in and get the power set up, and then we'll bring some stuff in. I've got to allocate stock, which you know I hate doing. Got a lot of Nerfs there. That's all right. Got a lot of plush. About to tuck them away. I'll see how I go. Maybe I won't do that on camera today. Oh no. Let's just do it. Sorry, it'll be a long-winded, you know, where should I put? But this is why it's a vlog, and it may also help you with some of your processes and how to not do things. I thought I'd show you now because these will end up coming home to be listed. So that's the Lala Loopsy. That's the green machine, the Dream Machine. It does need a clean up, but it does work. And I got this one too for a few bucks. She feels almost like she's made out of leather. Crazy, but yeah, cool. All right, guys, welcome to the offsite. If you haven't been here before, well, thank you, and thank you for coming along and sticking around this long. So this is where, like, I keep all my stuff, and we're going to be adding a few little guys over there. And yeah, all the stuff along there is listed stock. That's my pack station. This is where, like, the stuff that I've just listed, I'm going to be finding homes for that. We've got a lot of work to do today, and you know what? I've just decided today, I was freaking out because I was thinking to myself, Tori, you need to close the back of the car. Well, I didn't actually think that, but I do need to close the back of the car. Oh, so, don't know if you guys heard that, but on the haul video, I showed you the cars. So, they're going to live out here somewhere, don't know where, but for now they're just going to go on the ground. Yeah, I thought to myself, I'm going to stop sweating the small stuff because, you know, I work for myself. So I'm like, oh, you know, you got to get this done, you got to get that done. Well, yes, I do, and that's why I like being my own boss. But the truth of the matter is, I don't have to. I want to. And I think that is a huge difference. There's some more of those cars. There are good ones in there. There's just everyday ones. But as I said, I get a lot of pleasure out of selling the die-cast stuff. And I've ordered some stuff to give you guys a bit of a laugh, or not even a laugh. I want to try to get into the die-cast, not as an expert, but just have fun with it. And it's like little things like the Bianca ramp. That'll be cool. The acrylic thing I've ordered, that'll be cool. I've never ordered off Shein before, but I guess there's only one way of finding out how long they take to ship, and that was by ordering. So it was only a couple of days ago. I've been quite spoilt by Amazon, just with how quick and timely they are. So there is always that to consider. How much has she got there? Oh, sorry guys, I know I'm behind the camera. I was just checking Ellie's packing station for her to make sure that she uses this little lamp to, the one I used to use in the other offsite before we got actual electricity. She uses that light to help with her photos. So I just wanted to make sure it was charged because I know she's got a lot of work, and I'm a bloody good future husband. Well, she thinks so. She thinks so too. Two other people didn't. Wasn't my fault. I was a good person. All right, so you guys saw this guy here. I'm just going to flick him on that he relaxes his arms. I don't get sick of that. It's awesome. That'll go on the display up the back. And Andrew's Grumpy Bear will be leaving soon to meet Andrew. All right, so that bear, he's not a Care Bear, so of course he can't have prime position, but you'll see his big old face staring over the top, which is pretty neat anyhow. All right, so we've got these guys here. I need to put some more stuff there. Also, I know I was trying to explain to you guys about the Superman skeleton thing. That's what I was talking about. Okay, so we'll need to chock some more teddies and stuff in there to fill up the space. But let's have a look here. So we'll just write some stuff down. Shop Ken's plush. Kuromi. The Nerf will go in the cupboards just down there at the packing desk. Elmo shorts. Pikachu. I think that's everything. We've done well. Well done, guys. Good job. Did I? No, Barbie pig. Okay. Like I said, it is going to be a bit of a mess of a show. But yeah, getting back to stress and all that sort of stuff, it's like, you know, I started doing this out of necessity. I continued doing it because I love the freedom that it provides. So I just think, well, you know, it's nearly 12:30 now. I'm normally almost done. And I went, oh, this sucks. And now I'm stressed for time and everything else. And I'm just like, I thought to myself though afterwards, I'm like, please don't do that to yourself. Also, guys, just so in case you know, channel fans, I've only got 3 of them, but this is the official Nerf gun of the Geelong-Flipper family, the Flip Fury. Yeah, pew pew. I've only got 3 of them. Flip Fury. I laughed and laughed when I saw them. They're like me. They're probably not the best Nerf gun, but they work. Raise up, fool! Wait a second. What have I done wrong? Oh, Pikachu! Show! All right, I've done something wrong. Don't mind me. Something's locked. Don't know. But once those Nerf guns go, that will be, there we go. And the gun rack where I was thinking of putting it is where the light is, so that does not work. And on the beam behind it, that doesn't work either. See? But there is another beam there that I could make it go long ways instead, in front of the unlisted tubs. So many choices. Oh, Barney dinosaur. Here's a Barney dinosaur. I might even be able to just find one tub that I can chuck all these in, because I've still got to write them up when I get home. Let's find a tub. Let's find a tub that we can just totally cheat. Yes, okay. The Death Pole Challenge tub up there. That'll do the trick quite nicely, I do declare. That'll do the job quite nicely beyond compare. Safety first. Safety first, yeah. Do be safe. Safety first. So, last night we did our the live stream where the family gets together. If you haven't been to one of the lives before, please try to show up. They're fun. You'll learn stuff. Not because of me, because of the people there. Death Pile, Doom Challenge 03. All right, they can all go in there. Nice and easily done, guys. Look at that. It was made for it. Had some good sales out of that tub. Very grateful. Had some good sales recently too. Very, very grateful. Nothing much today. I've had a sale. Was it nothing much today? I'm going to double check that for you. But yeah, the Doom Challenge was pretty good. It's been letting me see where I can move some stuff around, how I can do stuff a little bit better, hopefully. Also, I have to make sure, because my rule is, because I've got so much stock above, my rule is simply, because you know, autism has rules, is if I would go op shopping, if I have the privilege of op shopping, then I have to have the intestinal fortitude to list that stuff first. So that was all stuff from the Savers shopping and out at Hoppers Crossing. So I'm keeping my promise to myself. I've got to get more of it done today, but that'll be fine. There's some good items in there. And I think that'll actually let us get into straight up picking and packing. Packing for me. How's this? Last weekend, I was working in here after I'd recorded for you guys. This little kid just walks in. Don't know where from. His dad follows him going, sorry. And the little boy goes, do you own a toy shop? I wanted to punt him back out through the door. Of course I wouldn't do that because he's a child. But he looked at me and he was really, really sweet actually. Quite engaging, very well spoken for a young person. But he looks at me and goes, I turned 8.5 yesterday. I was wondering in celebration, I'm not kidding, talk like that. I was wondering in celebration of that, if I asked nicely, could you possibly give me this? I know the game, but could you possibly give it to me? I said, you could possibly pay for it, or possibly Dad could, because Dad was then watching. I said, because you're possibly not meant to be in here, because all those possibilities of things falling from the top and hitting you, I don't know how high the possibility is, but let's make it an impossibility, and ushered him back out. I thought to myself, you cheeky little devil. But this is the thing, isn't it, with anything? You don't get anything. Well, sorry, people can't know what you want or need if you don't ask for it. It doesn't mean they're going to supply it or provide it, but it does mean that at least if you open communication, then this is how you get stuff. And this is how I want you guys to approach asking each other for stock too. There's nothing wrong with sourcing stock off other resellers, because they may have stuff they don't want to sell that is your, you know, your little thing that you love to sell. Doesn't always mean it's good. I actually, I was listening to, well, rather I went and checked because I was alerted by multiple people that a YouTuber had like gone on saying, I'm going to get down into these niches and I'm basically just going to sell all my rubbish to resellers. It wasn't quite like that. That was what I was told that outraged me. But it was still like, that was the indication, hey, this stuff is crap for me. I'm going to get rid of it. But I guess for some people it's not crap. That's the argument though. For some people it isn't crap at all. I don't know why my phone, my iPad is not connecting. I've got the mic on, I'm about to eat food. Come on, Wi-Fi. All right, we're back up and running. So I'm back up to 21,500. Got a few things to send. We'll start down the bottom. That's so funny. Okay, so the point of this is to simply show you what's sold, right? Because I think it's good to see what other people are selling. But in addition to that, I'll try to remember and tell you how much I paid for it. I'm pretty good at remembering pricing or being close. Yeah, you know, how much I paid for it, then how much it sold for. So that's our aim. That's what we're going to be doing, guys. We've got to look after each other, educate each other as much as we can. If you hear something that you think doesn't sound right, or, you know, what you're doing a bit differently, don't hesitate to comment down below, because there is absolutely no wrongs whatsoever. What tub are you in? Tub 13. Ah, okay, cool. Tub 50. This is a book sale. And that is no longer what it was. No, that's, what is that? Oh, thank God that fell the right way up. Otherwise I would have had smashed glass. I need to tidy up around here. So, this is a Jeffrey Deaver book that I sold. Now, in terms of it being profitable, I actually, we'll have a look at it together, but I honestly believe I would have lost money on this sale. But that's okay. It was one of the ones that I bought when I wasn't doing so well, and I bought so many books. Thing for myself, I'm going to have the world's biggest library, and lo and behold, I had a massive library with, well, probably over 2,000 books in it, that I just eventually realised, hey, you're buying these because you're depressed. Not that they aren't good, but you're buying these because you're depressed. You're never going to read them. If you hear any weird noises, my stomach is very loud. I had gastric surgery a few years ago, and that is my perpetual reminder of the surgery. I grumble and gurgle all day long. Okay, so I think I would have paid $2 for that one. It sold for $8.50 plus $10 post. I'll give you the breakdown though, just give you an idea off a book. Okay, so this is where I'm telling you guys to comp, right? And some of you just then, before I started recording, were asking about comps and that in the group. This is why I want you to comp. I'm going to give you an example of Tories. Well, this was bought for me and I didn't keep it, but even so, let's pretend I bought it for stock, because Jeffrey Deaver is, you know, is a big name author, right? So I bought it for $2. We're going to just remember that in the back of your head. I sold the book for $8.50. I'm going to post it for $10. That's $18.50. Okay, so that's what eBay got off the customer. Then eBay slugged $2.75. I'm not going to do the calculator thing, just let's rough it out. Let's just call that $3, okay? They slugged me $3. So yeah, then we're down to $15.50, and then we've got another hit for $2. So $13.50 plus $10 shipping. Forget the fact I get discounts because some of you will not be getting them yet. So I made, and then you take the $2 out of that as well. It's like it made $1. But this is where you start going behind. I listed it, I photographed it, I shared it out to Instagram. It stayed in my store. It filled up a tub. I then had to pick it. Yes, it's taking longer because I'm doing it with you guys. I now have to pack it. Then I drive it to the post office. This sale will run me into the negatives. No problems whatsoever. All right. Bear that in mind, guys. Doesn't mean we don't still do the right thing, but please do bear it in mind. If you're not careful, you can run yourself ragged, absolutely rip yourself off, and we don't want that for you, not even for a second. Now this is a sale. When I get it out, it's going to make me laugh, but it's going to make me happy. Yes, you guessed it. There is no sale there is no picking video without Paragirl. Oh, I wish this was the case. There is no sale without Paragirl buying a Care Bear off me. Karen, thank you, mate. Okay, so we've got to give the reseller a hug. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Oh, what a cool little dude, honestly. Doesn't light up like mine does, but, you know, it's awesome. Guys, I have a rule. I love Care Bears, right? But the ones I find, well, until recently because I broke my own rule, I'm not allowed to keep the ones I find unless there's an extenuating circumstance, like I saved it. Or I haven't found one for ages and it's too cute to get rid of. So if I find a Care Bear, I have to sell it. That's why the Care Bears are up there, otherwise I'd be keeping them. But I found them. Found this one too. But I'm allowed to keep ones that are sent to me. P.O. Box 7002, Highton, Victoria 3216. What a dag. I'll eventually have so many Care Bears I won't be able to keep them. I hope. But yeah, so this was hilarious though. Karen writes, I can't help myself. And like the crying with laughter. Thank you. Kaz, thank you, mate. Phew. Now, just so as you know, I don't know if I put this on here. No, I didn't. But I don't know if it works. No idea. But just so as you know, there is a voice module in it. But I don't know if I actually put that in the listing. So technically you're just buying a Care Bear, but it may actually talk. These guys are just, I particularly like the really flocked and furry ones. I think they're amazing. Okay. Now this was a fun one. This is in Death Pile Tub 2. Tub 1, Tub 3, Death Pile. Where's my Death Pile 2 tub? Is it down there? No, yes, no. I know it's here somewhere. I thought I put them all above. Death Pile 3, because there's no order yet for the Death Pile tubs. They are labelled. Oh, God, I would laugh if it is at home. Oh, God, it is at home. Okay, so Death Pile Tub 2, I sold a for real. I really wanted to show you it, the Golden Retriever one. But yeah, it works. I paid $3.50 for it, and I got $59 plus shipping. Let's have a look here. I'll show you a photo because it's so cute. I wish it was here to show you. I may even have just a quick look because I'm getting a bit discombobulated by all that, so it's that one there. It is so cute. It does, and it fully works. Give me a second, guys. I will have a quick look just in case, but I'm fairly sure that that one is at home. Give me a second. I'm glad I said to wait because I did bring it here, so thank goodness for that. This guy's another little cutie with the battery operated stuff. I've been doing videos to show the buyers that it works. So yeah, he barks, his ears go, he moves stuff, he moves his paw, and he's a real little sweetheart. So that was some good money made on those. I got that and a kitten at Savers. I'm pretty sure I've still got the kitten here. Death Pile Doom Tub. One of my purchases today, last night, I actually had to bring it here, one to show you, but two to make sure I was getting the right size packaging for it. All my packaging is here at the offsite. I do need to get more, but yeah, all the main packaging is here. I also need to buy something to clean the desk down because it's starting to get grotty. Okay, so tub 9 is going to be, oh no, it's not going to be a pain, it's just going to be a little bit annoying. I sold a tie. I had the tie up for 30 bucks because it is vintage and it's a vintage Disney. It's a decent tie. I got a lowball offer. You know, they tried for 50% off. No, I wasn't happy with that, so I didn't do it. But I am happy. Get in there. I'm happy that I counted and I didn't just decline. So I think, I can't remember what the process was. In any case, I paid $2 for this tie and I sold it for 20. It is a tie rack Disney. It is old. It's in exceedingly good condition with Donald Duck on it. Don't think that the character ties are played out because even my friend and friend of the channel member, longest channel member, Rubber Duck Rye, Grand Flip member, he sold, I think, 2 or 3 ties today. I'm actually going to check later and see if we had the same buyer. That'd be kind of cool. That's happened before too, by the way. Okay. Next, we sold a comic book. It cost me $2. I sold it for $25. And I'll just pop this stuff back in. Ow! Now, it was a DC Comics trade paperback. But yeah, $222. Now, the reason why I'm also getting this stuff done today is simply that I do, they're cool too. Did you ever see these ones? Transformers. In case the weekend's busy, I will do a complete pack and track. In case the weekend's busy, I don't want to be stressing. So this is Wonder Woman War of the Gods. It's a thick kind of book. But yeah, artwork's beautiful. It's a classic Wonder Woman story. So I'm super glad that sold. I mean, I'm glad anything sells, but you know, some of the cool stuff, I really love knowing that some of that stuff is going into other people's hands to enjoy and be read and treasured. So I get as big a thrill out of that as I hope they do in actually receiving the stuff. Like I've said many a time, it's a rare privilege. I mean that, it's a rare privilege to do what we do. Like the stuff I buy goes into other people's hands and they enjoy it. And I've been, yes, their money allowed them, but you know, we as resellers are privileged that we were a part of the process of getting those items to our customers nice and quickly. And I love it. I love when people put feedback, you know, I've been looking for that for X amount of years, or this reminds me of some point in my childhood. It doesn't get better. And I think, yes, aside, obviously I need the income, but that aside, better just have a quick look here. Okay, I was glad I double checked that because there's two things in here. All right, I'll just get this one out first. So this shirt, I think I got it at Savers. It cost me $13 at Savers. And I saw it's a Victoria Bitter, an Australian beer brand, but in collaboration with a cricketer, David Boone, old school. $13 into $49. It was one of those times I took a little, very baby leaf out of. I really admire these YouTubers, two Aussie thrifters, and I'm getting to know them both better too. It's sort of, I'm very lucky. We've been chatting a little bit lately. It's been absolutely lovely. Anyhow, sorry, don't. I'm not playing that up at all. But I am very lucky that these people are so generous with their time, as I'm sure they would be with anyone who approached them. But they've sort of been showing me on their videos, like sometimes they will spend serious money. Now, they are leagues above me, earning, I would say, 5 to 6 times a year more than what I do. But sometimes I see them spending more money on better things. And for me, a $13 shirt is a big deal. I know it sounds silly, but it is a big deal. But I got that and I thought, $13, what would they do? They'd probably get it. They'd probably be buying better brands, but it's a rare piece of like Australiana. Sports people would like it. $49 plus shipping. I'm really pleased. All right, so let's find the other. I'm glad I checked. The other item is a book though. It's not a big book. It's a book by someone called Pip Harry. Let's pop that stuff down there. I'm thinking at the rate I'm going, like I said, that bear I just pulled out then is called a Build-A-Bear. So what the deal is with Build-A-Bears is you go to a Build-A-Bear workshop and you can make your bear. Well, your bear's made, but you can choose the accessories, you can choose everything that goes into it, how much stuffing, what sort of stuffing. And at the end of it, you've got a bear to squeeze that is pretty much of your design. This is the book I sold, The Little Wave by Pip Harry. And it was, well, a 50-cent book that turned into an $8 sale. So I'm pleased with that. In fact, no, sorry. I actually got this book for nothing. I was confused with a similar cover. Still did not make a lot of money by the time fees and everything were done. But, you know, once again, thinking smarter. It is one of those things, guys. That's what I guess I want to teach you, that there's opportunity everywhere. You just have to embrace it. And I think sometimes with what we do, you have to go into it with a sense of wonder. I find that a lot of people don't have a lot of joy doing what we're doing sometimes. And I think too that a lot of people, particularly if you, like for me, obviously, I'm a bit neurodivergent, right? So for me, this kind of makes sense. Being able to get up and go when I want makes sense. And I stress myself out because old Tory, don't say I'm old, but old Tory says to himself, mate, it's 10 o'clock and you're not even out of bed yet. And free Tory says, yeah, but I'll work till 9 p.m. tonight. That's okay. I want to be in bed till 10, except for on our thrifting days. Then we do get up early. But, you know, there's those choices that we can make for ourselves. Ali and I both are full-timers. We both work out of this area here and I work out of home. I like going back home. I love the offsite. I freaking love it. But I love having the TV nearby and YouTube on and going live if I feel like it unexpectedly. It's good fun. All right, so this was another pair of boots. Now, guys, I told you, and I'll tell you again, and I'll tell you again and again, don't sleep on your shoes. Now, I don't think I brought that one here. No, I didn't, because I'm still filling it. Okay, so what I sold, I paid $4 or $5 for, I think, from memory. It was either $5 or $6. Now, this is a brand called Rockport. They're really lovely boots. in case you're not watching, I'm just holding up the iPad to show you what I sold. And they sold for $69 plus shipping. So I'll have to remember to get the boots out of the tub at home because it's like 3/4 filled, and get them on their way. I'm really pleased with that sale. That's a good one. All right, tub 44 is a Star Wars book. And once again, it's one of those ones, it wasn't that it was going to be a big deal sale. It was simply that it was a Star Wars book. And I know from experience, those things, they tend to sell. They may take some time occasionally, but they do sell. All right, I have overloaded this one a little bit. Just with clothing. Guys, some people, this is just some advice. Some people, when they've got this tub situation and shelves, they start to not put the lids back on the tubs. And as you can see around me, I haven't on some either. But I must admit, I try to. And I'll tell you why. Was it that one? Beware the Inquisition, Star Wars Rebels? No, Darth Vader. There it is. I can see it. Try to get your clear tubs too. They're lifesavers. Okay, not like the lollies. So yeah, I sold this one for $10.20 plus shipping. There's no notes saying that these are viewer sales. So if anyone is a viewer, I hope you realise that I'm extremely grateful, and I do appreciate the business. But I need a note that I'm getting from you guys in order to do the right thing and be able to acknowledge it, and not like messaging me afterwards. Literally pop it on the note to seller, guys. So that way, for example, like when Karen bought hers, she did a note to the seller. I see it, and that way when I'm doing a picking video, I can thank you. Yeah. I do want to acknowledge people. I feel terrible when there's like a viewer sale and they haven't left a note, and then I just send it off. I show it on the video, but I don't thank them. Well, I sometimes do. I think sometimes I try to just assume that everyone's a viewer. Impossible. This is the Goosebumps Monster Collection. This is something that I had to bring from home to here to test the packaging, but it is a sale. I paid $5. I actually sold a clothes dryer to someone, and when I was at their house, I thought, you know what? Because I delivered it. I thought, you know what? I'm going to ask, have they got anything that they want to sell? Because I saw that they had younger kids, and they had the Goosebumps box collection. And the lady sold it to me for $5, and it is actually going to South Korea for $84.15 and $73.70 in postage. So someone really likes their Goosebumps. And I'm going to say thank you, but I doubt that you're a viewer. There's no note. Jenny, if you are in South Korea, thank you ever so much. Your address is the stuff of nightmares. I don't think I've ever sent anything to Korea, and the fact that there are Korean characters in the address, I don't know how I'm going to go with this. I've never sent anything before. I hope that the Australia Post label machine that I make can figure it out for me, because I don't want to give away Jenny's address, but there's literally Korean characters in the address, which normally Australia Post doesn't accept. Please work, because I really want Jenny to get that. That's an awesome purchase. Okay. Only 2 more items to pick, guys. Give me a hot second, though. Okay, all that's sorted out. I didn't realise I was recording everything in slow motion. And yesterday I had to actually throw out footage off the laptop because I couldn't fix the speed up, but I didn't have the backup because I'd already deleted it like a nincompoop. Two items left to pick, guys. I sent off offers just then whilst I was fixing stuff up. Who knows, we may get an offer accepted whilst we're still here. So this was a wrestling toy, the Road Dog kind of glad that some of these have started going, because I think I was a little bit foolish in getting them. I haven't had luck with my wrestling figures. If you have, awesome, but I haven't. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm at an okay price point. I know I take good photos, but maybe they're just not good wrestlers. I don't know. Sorry, Road Dog. But yeah, I paid $4 for him, and I got $25 plus $10 shipping. So it's not a loss. Like, I'm happy with the sale, but just my wrestling figure sales are quite sporadic. And I even reached out to the buyer and said, "Hey mate, I've got tons of others. Let me know and I'll bundle your shipping." And I didn't hear back, so I don't know. But this is Road Dog. Road Dog, meet the family. So yeah, we'll get him out the door. I was really hoping though that he would jump on the opportunity to buy more. I mean, don't we all hope for that opportunity? But and I always try to be very conscious of the fact that if there is something that I know I've got more of, just reach out, guys. Reach out, capitalize on it. You know, I need to figure out, and it's just that I haven't done it. I need to figure out combined shipping. I know how to do it when it's like a multiple. Well, I know how to give discounts if it's a multiple. You know, you've got 3 of the same thing and they want to buy more than one. And I have seen combined shipping. I think it's like, you know, it chooses the most expensive shipping and then you incrementally add small amounts on for additional items, or that the additional items are included. So I do know about it. All right. Okay, let's have a look here. This is to Attack on Titan books before the fall. Volumes 1 and 2. I paid $3.75 per book and I sold them for $20.40. They're in one of my tubs at home that I'm sorting stuff through, so I know I can get them at home. So we've now picked everything, which is awesome. Now what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you some of the packing that we do. It won't be comprehensive just because I don't have enough stuff here to get it all done the way I would like, but we can make a really good start on some stuff here. Now, for example, with the Care Bears, particularly when they're Karens, we say, "Thanks for hanging around with me, mate. You are going to a better house, but take a deep breath." And then you get it, right? You just jam it into a small satchel. Don't look too close. Yeah, jam it into the satchel, right? And make sure it fits. Notice how I actually didn't do that? Because, like, I'm a good Care Bear, like, good Care Bear associate. All right. Paragirl, thank you so very much, mate. You're a bloody champion. One day you'll have a star after your name, I reckon. I reckon that's on its way. Kaz, I reckon a star is on its way. All right. So I better actually get myself a little bit better sorted because, wow, okay, I do have to clean this bench down. Apparently permanent instant drying marker doesn't permanently instant dry. I'll set these to one side for now. I can put them in a bag later. Actually, hang on. I actually forgot, just because my LPO are legends. They actually give people who do a bit of post, they give them IKEA bags so you can just drop the bag off and leave. But I'm dobbing on you. They literally did not walk up three things. So it's like drove up. I thought I was lazy. All right. Hang on, I've got to find out what's going on. I had to go out there and tease her for driving 3 spots, and it was a good excuse though. I'm saying she because I haven't asked, can I say your name? Say my name. Anyhow, she, I'm not being rude, thought that she had to go down several more rows and then realised it was right there. So I'm going to utilise some of these sucker things. I'll just count them as my own packaging. I don't know if I told you guys, but I am back on band 5, thank goodness. That was a fiasco. And that was the thing too about Retail Fest. I think a lot of us lost sight of the fact that that we were thinking that they would tell us things, you know, the deep secrets of eBay or whatever, whereas it was meant to just be, all right, here's some basics. And the advice they gave for new people was fine. It was basic information. So, yeah, it was just sorry, I guess you want to see that too. It was just basic information, but the key takeaways were get better at your listings, take better photos, utilize the item 80 characters, utilize the descriptions, or to put relevant words in. Don't use emojis, don't use symbols in the titles. Become channel members of the Geelong-Flipper. That was a big one. It's one of the key that's one of the key takeaways from the entire thing. Become channel members of Uncle Flip, and that wasn't okay. So I'm totally lying about that. Please don't do that. Well, no, please do it. But don't think it was bloody hell. I'm just digging this hole. Cheeky bit of hole digging here. All right, Booney's Army. Thank you, Courtney. But yeah, some of these items, and this is one of the things, like, I guess if you were to ever, this is just a ramble show, I hope it's okay. One of the things, I guess, about being an everything seller, as opposed to just niching down into, select categories, is the fact that I've got to have all sorts of packaging, as you guys often do too. Most of us are everything sellers. But if I was just doing DVDs and stuff like that, I could just, whack them into a nice and easy Bob's Your Uncle, same packaging all the time. Just going to check this tie. All right, they only paid $8.95. I think I'll just put it in here again. My customer's name's a cool name. I won't say their last name, but it's unusual. Zong. Z-H-O-N-G. Zong, thanks for buying the tie for me, mate. That's a cool name. I don't know where it's from. It is sometimes interesting going through your buyers' names, and sometimes, like, it's only ever happened once. Yeah, no, wait. Yes, one time it happened, I had 2 people interstate in the same street. Of course, I didn't ask them if they knew each other, but that was weird. When I used to scan my own tracking numbers in, it was a nightmare if someone lived in the same suburb or had the same postcode, because I used to go off the postcodes. I am so glad that I finally got off my little panic horse about the goodness me, that I got off the little panic horse about using the My Business Post. It's been a godsend. I've also got to chase up, this is an Australia Post problem, but I sold some records to viewers. If you're regulars, you know Pudding McPud. I know Pudding McPud. And I sent records over. And at the same time, I sent another record to another viewer, Shorts, Darren. And it was just bizarre to me on the yard because Darren's got to him and Pudding McPudpuds is literally, if you follow the tracking, it's circling around Victoria. So, and they've attributed the wrong tracking to it. So I'm going to have to contact them, Aussie Post, today and say, hey, can you stop that? And maybe just send it back to me. I'll deal with the darn thing myself, get it resent out again. Putty has bought a lot of records off me, and Putty needs the records. But yeah, they were private sales, which I always obviously like, because you know I save a little bit of money on fees and stuff. But when it's to not only to channel members, you know, let alone viewers, when it's to channel members, I really want to make sure the darn thing gets to where it's meant to be going. That one is going to be interesting. I think that one can just simply go in a padded mailer, because it's a heavy book. It'll be over 500 grams. So it just doesn't hurt to be a little bit more conscious of the weights. And they've paid enough for the postage, so that part is more than fine. Thank you, Sandra. Got a few Sandras in the channel membership. I don't know if you are one of them, mate, but either way around, thank you. Okay, so we're not using that. Comic books, things like that. When it's a trade paperback, I'm not as worried. Like, we'll always look after them, because some people take a lot of pride in, you know, their books, and it's in pretty good condition considering it was like cheap. So we want to make sure that that gets there. So getting back to what I was saying before, I do recommend when you have time, and it's so hard initially, it is so hard when you're getting started and you don't have a lot of money. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't have a lot of money, right? But there are times when I've gone, okay, I actually had a really good week. Buy supplies as well. Don't get caught out, because once you get into the habit of not buying in advance, you just fall behind. You just do. It can't be helped. You wind up having to go to the post office every day because you're waiting on your eBay money coming through that you can even pack your order. It's so inadvisable. I can't push that onto you enough. Even if it costs you a little bit getting set up, and it will, get your basics. Get your for example, you know, buy your satchels in bulk. Get the 4 sizes. Just make sure that you're okay with everything, because there is no worse place to be than, you know, having to go to the post office every day, like I used to. Every day, go to the post office. And I would pack my orders at the post office. And there were days that, like, you know, as my business started to increase, over the weekend I might be sending 18 items off, and I'd pack all of them at the post office, taking up, like, this desk that I have here. My LPO actually gave it to me. They didn't have room, but they had 2 of them, and one of these is also at the post office. And I would occupy most of it for 50 minutes. That other customers couldn't even use it to write on envelopes. Bad luck, I come first. I feel like Batman then saying that. So I need to remind me, actually I will write it down. Get satchels. because I do have a little bit of extra money this week. I've had some good days, so I'll buy some more supplies. Get satchels, padded satchels, large boxes, and that's all I need. That's all I need, I think, at the moment. Yeah. But at least now it's written down. Okay, so the reason why I also brought, and I've got to organise this area to label it better. It's atrocious under there. It is messy. Don't even be fooled for a second that I'm efficient when it comes to organisation. Not under there anyhow. It's a friggin' mess. Okay, so I brought the Goosebumps here because I wanted to see if it would fit into a smaller box. Not that it matters. It's going all the way over to Korea. So at the end of the day, this thing will ship based on weight. So it's actually looking a little bit promising though. I may have to stack it up a little bit, but it's looking promising. So I'll at least make the box. That way if I'm terribly wrong, that part's not the end of the world. Oh no, you're an idiot, Tori. That's not at all promising. In fact, that sucks. Okay, so I'll be sending in a large box then. That's easy. I'm going to send the For Real in a large box because I don't want to mess up its animatronic features. It's a really cool toy and they've paid a really decent price for it. And I'm very grateful and do the right thing. I'd be horrified if something like that just showed up in a plastic box. Come on, got to get past this stuff here. And I do need to replace these large boxes because once again, I ran out of supplies, but Ali didn't. So I've been scabbing some of the postal supplies. So I've got to put them back today. Though I don't feel so bad because she's been using my packing tape and other stuff. We just ran out. But now I bought a 12-pack. I left some at home. I brought some here and just said to her, tuck in, because she was going to order some. I was like, don't bother ordering some, I got more. Because, yeah, we both run off our own ABN, so we're both sole traders, even though we both do the same thing, and of course we help each other. But yeah, we are both independent entities for the sake of business. I guess that way, if for us at least, if something happens to one of the businesses for some unforeseen reason, heaven forbid, we still have the other store up and running as a top-rated seller that we can jump into. So yeah, I don't discuss Ellie's shop other than to say she's a reseller because she wants that part of her life private. And I actually said to her, honey, if people knew your shop, they may actually go and support you and buy your stuff. And I get it. I do get it. Like, she's just like, you know what? I really appreciate that, but I want people to buy off me, you know, if they're looking for it and they find it. I respect that too. It's, whereas for me, I am more just like, you know what? I advertise on Instagram anyhow. So I want people to find my stuff however they can, because at the end of the day, I am really like wanting sales. I care how I get them, obviously, you know, with ethically, but at the end of the day, I want to make sales, and as I'm sure you guys do too. So I would say to you, without reservation, if you don't have to do YouTube, right? That's just something I chose to do because I wanted to help people. That has always been my intention with this channel, to help people. But so you don't have to do YouTube, but you might want to do Instagram, and I would recommend Instagram, unless for some reason you're really funny about having any presence on Meta, which is Facebook. Because I don't know, if you make up a Instagram account, Facebook I guess Facebook would get your details because it's owned by the same company. But yeah, do the online stuff. Like I said to that lady today, she was talking about wanting to do YouTube, and I was like, yeah, do it. It's amazing. I just can't get over how lucky I am, how many friends I've made. I mean, how cool is that? People say hello when they see me out. I'm blessed. That might be some people's worst nightmare, by the way. I get that. Not everyone's like, oh, if you see me out there, say hello. No, I am. If you see me out there, say hello. Because the channel without you guys is nothing. So yeah, of course, say hello. Just remember though, if you do see me out on the thrift, tell me what your name is or what your YouTube name is. I know I've said that before, but I feel like a bit of a jerk sometimes because I'll be like, hey, it is really good to meet you. What's your name? And then I'm like, no. What's your name on YouTube? Because I'm good with the names on YouTube. All right, so this is going to Korea. How cool is that? Well, if it gets there, that'll be cool. I love the fact that we sell stuff all over the place. I say that all the time, but I don't get sick of it. It's just like, and that's another thing too. Another reason why I do now Shout from the Heavens do my business post is because it makes doing international stuff so easy. I used to fill out the customs forms from start to finish. It does it for you. I mean, all you got to do is weigh it and put the dimensions in. You know, is this dangerous? Well, it's going to be dangerous in that I hope it gives a child nightmares, but other than that, no, it's not. It's Goosebump books. And I just put children's books and away you go. It figures out the postage for me. I had a weird thing the other day, and I'm not going to do it, I've decided. But I had someone contact me, and they wanted to buy a Batman plushie, right? And they alluded to the fact that, you know, I must have sent an offer out, I don't know, but they said, oh, I want to support your book writing. How much does it cost to get stuff express post to America? And I said, well, you know, the regular post is pretty quick anyhow, but I'll try and find out for you. And yeah, it was a Batman bear plush. And I'm sorry, mate, if you watch now, I don't care. Because it was disrespectful, and I'm not going to say a name, so I'm not going to do that to anyone. But they hammered me with questions. You know, do this, do that, can you do this, can you do that? Are you answering me? I was in Melbourne working. I eventually had to text and say, I am literally at work now sourcing stock. I can't just answer constantly. I'll do it when I get home. And then I got home, said I'm home now. And they said, oh, yeah, so if you can find out about the express postage to the USA, and you might want to drop my name on the video if I buy it, because, you know, I'm in America. And I said, I don't mean any offense because I love my American customers, but I send stuff internationally fairly constantly. And you guys should too, turn on international shipping. And then he goes, oh, okay, if you can figure out that the postage. And then he writes to me and says, oh, by the way too, can you delist the Batman and I'll buy it on the 6th of June. Today is the 29th of May. Can you take it off your eBay listing? Now, straight away, my first inclination was to go, no, I can't. I didn't say that, but sure as hell thought it. No, I can't. And then about, I'd say half an hour or so later, he contacted me and goes, matter of fact, no, I'm more interested in this other plush instead. And then I just went, I'm not even answering anymore. Because you asked me to literally delist something. Imagine if I'd been the good eBayer. I am a good eBayer, but imagine I'd been the good eBayer. And I'd done as asked, in trusting, and then within half an hour you've wasted my time. I've had to go and redo my work. No. All right, one more to go, And then we do have those 2 books at home that I've got to pack. That's okay. That is a heavy one. No wonder it was 73 bucks. I'm hoping that my band 5 picks up a little bit of that just in case I miscalculated anything. Just so as you guys know, the band 5 that I'm referring to, it's a discount for some people who regularly use Australia Post. It is free to get a membership or membership, whatever. It is free. So just look up My Business Post and sign up for it. The more you send, the cheaper the postage gets. In some instances, rarely, but I can save up almost 40% off some of my post. So it's just in recognition of slightly higher volume people who send packages. And it's not that hard to achieve because I've achieved it. You know what I mean? So if I can achieve it, you most certainly can. You guys get to see everything I send. I send everything through Australia Post. So it's very, very possible. This is the last one. I'm going to make the box, but I don't know. I don't think it'll fit. I think I'm going to have to really bubble wrap something else, bubble wrap it intensely, and then maybe just use a large satchel because I don't believe this little puppy's gonna fit. Oh, maybe. I don't mind having to warp. Oh, it may be okay. It's just a little cutie, and you know, I just want to make sure it's looked after. Okay, so I am going to be able to use that. That's good. So these up and in. I just realised, sorry, the camera's not pointing all the way down. I'm putting the For Real Friend into the large Aussie box, and I'll delicately pack around the back legs. I'm just going to chock it up with the bubble wrap because it doesn't need to be wrapped around and around. It's more that it needs to not move whilst in transit. That's what we're aiming for. So just put the layer on top like that. I'm just going to tuck it in and over. Actually, I'll do a quick roll. That might be easier. One roll around. It's thin wrap, but it's enough to let them know I cared when I packed it. Okay. I'm not going to tape it up or anything that may affect that part of it. Pop these around here. And that'll be good. Actually, that'll be really good. It's going to go up on the legs a little bit, but no. Okay, no. That's good. All right, so I'm stoked on that. That's really good. All right, guys, let me just make tape noises. And then we'll take the post home, get it wrapped up. Now, also another thing I want to do is I want to go back to running topics. So if you guys have questions, please put them in the comments and just write for Q&A. You can ask whatever you like, within reason, of course, because it is a family-friendly channel, even though I swear on occasion. Okay. That's really good. I know I'll pay more because of its because of the size, but the actual weight is next to nothing. I'll probably inadvertently rip myself off, but I'd rather do the right thing. So this is going to Christy. Thank you, Christy. Okay, so, and Christy, if you are a viewer, don't forget, I just got that big, beautiful bear behind me, but I do want more. It's large, it's beautiful. So, why am I doing that? You guys have watched from the start. The bloody For Real bear I've got at the back there. I'm like, oh, just in case you just tuned in, I'm not on TV. I might be on your TV. What an idiot. But I'm not on TV. Am I? Yet? No, I'm not. Okay, so what I'll do, guys, I'll finish up this part of the recording. It's just a pick pack video. Tomorrow we're going to have a little bit of fun, unless my sales go like really well overnight, and I hope they do. But if they don't, tomorrow we're going to set up the Bianca ramp in here. I said to Ali, I feel like I never have time. Like, I have time for fun, but not time for just stupid fun. I swear they drive past deliberately. Don't you? Anyhow, tomorrow, I said, I don't have time for fun. And then I was like, she goes, you have fun, don't you? And I went, yeah, I do. I love what I do. But just to do something like set up the Hot Wheels tracks, like I want to play with the cars. And she's like, well, you work for yourself. Just make time. And whilst it'll be days from now when you guys see this, today is Thursday. So I'm getting all this stuff packed to get sent away. Everything you've seen me handle or put behind me, if you do want to purchase it, it is all on my store. And by the time you actually, I'm really hoping if I get going fast enough that all the stuff you saw from the haul video, you'll have to go back or for, I don't know, time travel. It'll all be on the site except for those things that have sold. It's going to be good. It's good fun. Anyhow, I'm going to grab the bag I need to send the books, and I won't say goodbye, but I'll say laters for nowers. Okay, laters for nowers. All right, so that's all the postage done, guys. I've been home, had lunch, had a break, and yeah, 13 items on their way off to their new owners. I'm bloody thrilled with it. Haven't done much today though. Okay, so yeah, 13 items. The post, I mean the post to Korea, I tell you what, I think I screwed up, and this is something for you guys to be very aware of too, so you don't make the same mistake. When I measured it, I did do calculated shipping, thank goodness, but I measured the size of the Goosebumps box and added 2 centimeters onto each side, as I normally do. But then I totally put on my rookie hat and put it into a box that was substantially bigger than what I measured, which actually shouldn't matter because international, let's just say, either way around, I'm not sure, because what I was about to say is hogwash. But the post came to just over $100 and down to $84 with my band 5 discount, but the customer only paid $73. So yeah, that was a bugger. I mean, I'm glad for the sale, I'm grateful for the sale, but I took a hit as a result of my own, however I messed up, it's on me. Maybe I, you know, for all I know, I may have had the item not sitting squarely on the scales. I've only got the small kitchen scales, which I do recommend you guys have. I'm going to wrap that one up on that note. And look, it's not even a bad note to wrap it up on. I just want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to people who troll me. I hate it and it hurts my feelings, but sometimes, yeah, that too lets me know I'm doing the right thing. So, yeah. Now, before I go, don't forget I gave you homework to do. See if I can remember it, because I started telling you 6 hours ago. So what I want you to do is I want you to go into your stores, all right? And I want you to go to your 5 worst performing items, the oldest ones, and I want you to tinker with them for me, all right? And then in addition to that, your other bit of, that's for 1 week. I want you to do it every day. Even if you've got a day off, do it every day. Then at the end of the week, if you like it and you feel like you're getting responses, up it to 6, up it to 7, 8, 9. I wouldn't do more than 10 a day unless you've got a massive store, because you still need to be listing new stuff too. But it's up to you. It's your shop. It's not mine. I just want you to kick ass. Finally, I want you all to start building draft banks. Draft banks, especially for full-timers, are your insurance policy. So, guys, you can wake up and feel sick. You can wake up and be so, I hate to say it like this, but let's put it, you might be so hungover after a big night out with your mates that you just go, I can't do this. Well, the draft bank can do it for you. You can still be active when you're inactive. Food for thought, or schedule the bloody things. I don't like scheduling because sometimes it rips your draft bank when you don't need to be ripping off your draft bank. You could always schedule a draft bank. That would work too. So much cool stuff. All right. Thank you so much for watching. It got somber toward the end, but I think it was a good amount of introspection. I'm very grateful. And I'm so friggin' grateful for all of you. All 2,000, nearly 200 of you. Wow. That's huge. But in any case, guys, I can't say I'll see you. Well, I can, because even channel members probably won't get this on the day it's recorded. I'm still editing the haul video, but I'm doing lives nearly every night. I love it. So I'll most likely see you on the live, depending on the day, because I've got Mum's memorial thing coming up soon. Like I said, not looking forward to it, but looking forward to it, but not looking forward to it at all. Tough. Bad luck. It's your mum. Snap out of it. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.